Are you a new or aspiring coach who believe that it's hard to price your coaching services at the value that is going to generate a financial return in your coaching business? I can remember back when I first started coaching, I built my first 8 week offer, my 8 week program. And my offer was 8 weeks to work with me so that I can help you start your business for $125. Not only did this experience leave me defeated, but it also left me in debt, right? That $125 that I charged the people to come for 8 weeks, and I think at this time I had about 7 people that came. I ended up spending more in the venue space rental than I did in profit. And that was a turning point for me. I've been in this space for about 13 years now. And the number one thing that I see a lot of new coaches struggle with is pricing. Here's what I've learned about pricing. Number one, pricing is a mindset. How you think about money will determine how you value your outcome or how you value your value. If you are stuck in a space where you only believe that the value of your outcome is assumed based on the amount of money your potential client is willing to invest, then you have hit a roadblock in your coaching business. And until you get over that mindset hump, until you get over that idea that you are exchanging that there could be a monetary value placed on the level of outcome or the magnitude of the outcome that you're able to help your client get, then you'll constantly run into this brick wall. So pricing your coaching really isn't hard if you do this one thing. Here's what I had to do in my coaching to shift my mindset. Not only did I have to review my money story, right? How was I introduced to money? How was I raised about, around money? What were the money conversations in our household? Once I sat down and really took a deep dive into really understanding that my money mindset came as a child, right? What do I mean? Let me give you a scenario. When I watched my mother and my father work, my parents were married in my childhood. When I watched them work, I watched them um, take the money and pay the bills. Right? They took the money and they paid the bills. Then what tended to happen is they would spend all of the money on the bills, and we didn't have much money in the reserve to financially take care of the household or take care of the children, right? So, buying new clothes and new shoes often. Yes, we always have food in the refrigerator. Yes, our bills were always paid, but there was never overflow. So what I've learned from money as a child is you work hard, you work so many hours in a week so that you can pay bills. It wasn't until I learned about my gift in coaching where I then took the gift and built a business. The thing that I had to break free from is exchanging money for time. If you believe that pricing your coaching services is hard, it's because you are in a mindset that you are to exchange time for coaching. And so with this level of mindset, what it does is it limits us from the possibility of us gaining more in our coaching business. Why? Because conditionally, we are taught that you put a certain amount of money on time. So it isn't known for a person to be paid $500 an hour at a regular job, right? But when you condition yourself to think that way, what tends to happen is you not only limit the amount of time that you're able to offer your client, but you limit the amount of money that you're able to gain in your pricing. So what is the one thing that you need to do? You have to gain the confidence in your skill to help your client go from where they are to where they truly desire to be, so that you can not only increase your impact, but you can also increase your income. So if there was one thing that you needed to do in order to shift your thinking, it is to shift from exchanging money for time. Instead, you're exchanging money for skill. You have the skill to help your client go from where they are to where they desire to be. Now, and the amount of time that it takes you is one thing, right? Of course, when our clients hire us, one of the things that we're helping them do is save time. Saving time on googling the responses or the answers or a strategy, saving time on the amount of pain. So if they've been in pain or if they've been suffering in this thing for 10 years, you want to help them save time so that it doesn't take another 10 years. You want to help them save time so that they can spend more time with their family. Understand that the level of value of that outcome isn't measurable to a financial a financial standard, right? Because there is no monetary value on that type of outcome. What you are charging for as a coach is the skill. You're charging for the strategy. Your price point is because I am able to help you overcome this specific area in your life in a quicker time frame, which helps eliminate a certain pain, which helps eliminate a certain behavior, which helps shift a certain mindset. All of these things you're now able to package and then help your client do. And then once you're able to help your client do it, what makes it even more fantastic is that now it becomes a domino effect. So the things that you're teaching them, they're then able to teach their peers, they're able to teach their family, they're able to teach their friends. What am I saying? Pricing your coaching services isn't hard if you shift your outcome from charging for the outcome based on time and more so based on skill, right? So you believe you've been called to coach. You're like, Latoya, I know that I've been called to coach. This is my life's assignment, but I am having a hard time pricing my services. Well, what I encourage you to do, number one, is to check the money mindset. Look at the story. How are you first introduced to money? And then you have to change how you see money, because understand that the money is reciprocal. It's gonna come, right? It's evolving. What isn't evolving or what isn't something that can be regained is time. And so you want to be sure. It's crazy that I wanted to come do this and all of this noise for the back. So listen, what you want to do is you want to make sure you are shifting your time. Make sure that you are shifting your mindset from exchanging time for money to exchanging skill, from exchanging transformation for an investment. Change your mindset. Change your mindset about money. Change your mindset about the value that you offer your client. Understand that the value that you offer your client exceeds the amount of money. The reason why it will become easier for your client to make the investment is because the transformation that you offer is much greater than the amount of money or the amount of time, right? So listen, you've been called to coach. You're trying to figure out what's next. I encourage you to do those two things that we just talked about. Number one, identify your money mindset. And number two, shift your mindset from exchanging profit for time to exchanging profit for skill. You do this one shift in your coaching business, and it will change how you show up in your pricing. Now, here's what I want to remind you of. This change will require a certain level of faith in your ability to use the gift that God has given you to help your client transform. Confidence is the determining factor on whether or not you price at a four-figure price point, because here at Taste Great, we teach our coaches how to price at a four-figure price point. how to price at this 4-figure price point so that you can reach the 6-figure year. In order to do that, there's going to be a level of confidence that is required of you so that you believe not just in your ability to exchange the outcome for a profit, but that you believe that you have the gift to help the client transform. When you help your client, when you believe without a shadow of a doubt, when you know in the depth of your core that you can help your client go from where they are to where they truly desire to be, then it changes how you show up in your offer, and it changes how you show up in your pricing. So not only are we shifting our mindset from time to skill, but we're also shifting our mindset that we believe in the product that we're offering our client. We believe in our transformation. Again, statistically, uh, um, we've been taught that we are supposed to exchange time for money, but there's not enough time in a day. It's not, especially if you are a mom, if you are a father, if you are a husband, if you are a wife, if you have all of these different responsibilities that you have to adhere to every day, then there is no way that I could commit 8 hours a day to coaching. I remember doing that. I remember asking God, Lord, if you just send me 10 clients per week at $1,000 per client, that is, then I can make $4,000 per month. And he did. God did it. He did it. And when I tell you I was the most exhausted that I've ever been in my entirely life, I was absolutely exhausted. I didn't really recognize how much coaching pulled from me. And it wasn't until those moments when I've experienced the exhaustion, when I experienced the feeling of wanting to give up or wanting to quit because of the time constraint, is when I noticed, or when I learned, that I'm not selling time. I have the ability to go into the life of the client and help them shift. We can shift way quicker than the time that you're putting according to the amount of money. Because here's the thing. This is another thing that I want you to consider. When a person is exchanging time for money, what it does is now it requires more time and more money of the client. So if I'm paying you $500 an hour, $250 an hour, $100 an hour, then now I need 20 of your hours, right? And now I'm constantly coming back to you, nickel and diming you for that $100, right? If we do the $100 an hour, and then I need 20 hours. Well, if I just charge you the $2,000 and I'm able to help you in less than 20 hours, now we both win. Now I'm able to help you truly see the transformation in a smaller amount of time. But now you've been able to see that transformation and gain a more rapid result, or a more rapid outcome in the less amount of time. Right? So if you believe that pricing your coaching services is hard, then I want to challenge you to look at your money story. How do you view money? How do you see money? I used to ask the clients all the time, how do you see $1,000? If you still consider $1,000 to be expensive, or if you still believe that $1,000 is a lot of money, then we need to go back and dig a little deeper and identify why, and pull that from the root, right? Because understand that affordability is a mindset. Something being expensive or too expensive is a mindset. These are all conditional. This is all based on the mindset of the person receiving the information, because you have to think about it. Rolls Royce, whatever price point a Rolls Royce is, they don't believe that it's expensive. They just place their price point at a certain level that attracts a certain level of client, right? How bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. If your client wants the transformation bad enough, then they'll make the investment. Well, it's up to you to help them see the level of transformation that you're able to help them bring, so that the pricing won't be an issue. Does this make sense? Listen, make sure you click the link in the caption. Let's connect. Let's talk. If you're ready to take your coaching business from start to six figures, you're ready to start, grow, and monetize your coaching business without compromising your kingdom assignment, then let's go ahead, click the link in the caption. Let's schedule a call. Let's see how we can work together to get you niche certified so that you can stand out as the expert in the industry and charge for your skill and not your time. See you guys in the next video, and be blessed.